This is He Knows Everything, bringing you that heat far. All right, let's talk about it, man. What you're going to realize with women, you really don't have to change up routines. You don't have to, because you're dealing with this motherfucker versus that motherfucker. You could do the same thing, be the same way with every woman. Most men don't realize this until they get, I guess, my age. Some men figure this shit out earlier on. And some men, they just have a natural knack for understanding that they can be themselves around women. And when we say be yourself, we're not talking about being a feminine version of yourself. We're talking about being a masculine version of yourself. And when I slipped up and said women instead of men, some men do act like women. This is what we call emasculated males. This is why we have so much protrusion of masculine energy women. But let me get on to the meat and potatoes of what I'm talking about. I'm going to give y'all just a little inkling on how I deal with women and why my closure rate is over 95%. There's no man that's going to have a closure rate of 100%, but I'm going to explain why mine is over 95%. I get straight to the meat and potatoes. See, a lot of y'all stupid motherfuckers, y'all sitting here trying to run game. Life is not a game. This is why I don't understand why people running game. What game you running on a woman? You are a serious individual. This is life. This is life or death. So why are you playing games? Why are you running game? Just be honest with the motherfucker. And tell the motherfucker what you want. I'm going to give y'all one surefire one. This thing works, man. I'm telling you, it works like nobody's business. What you got to do with women is you got to straight up ask them, what you cooking for? Now, y'all sitting there like, what? Yes, you should be asking women these questions. It's such a simplistic question, but it's so complex at the same time. Why is it simplistic and complex at the same time? Well, the simplicity of it is you're asking a random question. The complexity of it is the type of random question that you're asking. Because what you realize is, although the question seems random on the surface, there's nothing random about the question. The question is a question of submission. Woo! I didn't catch that. Let me rewind that, man. That needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me motherfucking well. It is basically a question of submission. Because here's the thing. When you ask that level of a question to a woman, in her mind, she has to ask herself right then and there, and she has to make a serious decision. Should I acquiesce to this question? Or am I going to really bring out my bullhorns of masculine energy, aka feminism? Now, I'm going to explain the difference in the type of responses you get. If you mean this shit with conviction, and you protrude buzzling fucking testosterone and pure masculinity behind this, you're going to get a positive response. Straight up, man. You're going to get a positive response. But if you sit here and you get all squeaky with your fucking voice, or you start looking away, you start looking down when you ask the question, you don't have the right posture, you're not standing upward, all of these things are very important. You're not looking at her dead in her fucking eyes when you're asking this question. All of these things are going to send messages in her brain. It's going to send messages to her neural system telling her, okay, this dude is not confident. He's not sure of himself. So why should I even entertain asking this question? So the type of responses you're going to get is, excuse me? Who the fuck you talking to? Why would you ask me that question? I don't even know you. These are the types of responses you'll get that's going to let you know that you're not asking the question the right way. This is the way that I get the question answered. What you mean what I'm cooking? You mean, what am I cooking for you? What do you want to eat? How do you like your food? Well, here's a good one. It's not a all the way definite one, but it's one to make you think. They'll say, and they'll turn it around and say, well, what you cooking for me? I love that one because that one just allows me to restate the fucking question on extra unlimited pressure style. But when you get these types of responses from women, what naturally ends up happening is they're entertaining the idea of what submission would look like between them and you. Yes. You see, you guys have to start weeding these women out. Because you have to ask yourself, this motherfucker I'm dealing with, this motherfucker that I'm, attracted to, is this just going to be a fuck? Or is this going to be a motherfucker I'm going to put on the rotation? Or for you motherfuckers that love just being with one woman, if this is a woman I can see myself being in a relationship with, you got to start asking yourself these types of questions within this question early on, from the time you meet the motherfucker. This should be evident. This should be something coming out of your brain. So when you ask her the question and she gives you these positive responses, it's a beautiful thing. Now it's how you respond back. Like if she asks you, well, what are you cooking for me? My response is, motherfucker, you didn't listen? What do you mean, what am I cooking for you? I don't cook for no damn woman. Straight up. What are you cooking for me? Now, a woman that's going to automatically submit is going to laugh at that. She's going to sit there and be like, okay, all right. Take it, just laugh. Not as a joke, but laugh in a way like, wow. Because there's a lot of body language conversation that's happening within the conversation. Advanced level men understand this. Regular men don't get this shit. In her body language conversation, in her mind, she's like, damn, this guy right here, he's bold. This guy right here, he stood up to me. So if he stood up to me, that means he can stand up for himself. This is the pheromones that you send into the woman. It's like the animal kingdom. This is the scent and the vibe that you're sending to her. The fact that you could stand up to her is telling her unquestionably and without fail, and guess what? That if you could stand up to her like that, you could stand up for yourself. And now she, in her mind, off of just you asking a random fucking question, which is really not that random because it's a question of submission, she's now entertaining you in her fucking thought process. Now, if she sits there and says, well, what are you cooking for me? And then she doubles back on that, then this is when you get her to let her ass know straight up, look here, I don't know what kind of situation you talking about here. I don't know, what kind of shit that you used to, but I'm going to ask you again. And you ask her one more fucking time. Why? Because it's the 3-strike rule. What are you cooking for me? Now she gets to this shit where she just want to keep going back and forth with you, just walk away. There's power in that. Oh, you just going to walk away from me? Yeah, I'm going to walk away. Because I asked you a question and you didn't give me an answer. You just walk away. You be surprised when you walk away the level of her wanting to get back at you. Because women hate fucking rejection, man. They hate that shit. Like, how dare him just walk away from me? Who wants someone to just walk away from them when they're in the middle of a conversation? I want you guys to think about these types of things. And then you have the other element of when she sits there and she says, so what do you like to eat? What she's doing is she's basically trying to find out what pleases you. You tell her straight up. Me, my favorite meal of choice is oxtails. So I tell women straight up, I love oxtails. How do you pair it? And most women, because they cook, they know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Well, I pair it with rice and beans, or I pair it with, now you see what's happening? You're getting full submission. And you see how that worked? All it worked was by asking a simple fucking real life question, not running fucking game on her. And see, now y'all motherfuckers got the $1 million game. So make sure in the comment section y'all say he knows everything. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you for preaching this to us. And thank you for helping us. We're going to do this. We're going to execute this. And we're going to see how it goes. I want you guys to come back in the comment section after you guys have done this and tell me how it's worked out for you. Based on your response, I'll know how you reacted in the situation. And then we can get to plan B on the situation. We can get to basically step 2. This is He Knows Everything. Check it out.